Teach Your Child Math in 5 Minutes by Dr. Siddiqui. So, parents, our lessons will be based on learning standards. And I think it is imperative that you should know what learning standards are and why do they matter. So, Illinois State Board of Education learning standards determine what students are expected to know and be able to do at a given age and stage of the educational course, like grade levels. Students learn the curriculum, which is based on standards, and the assessment is also based on these standards. So it's not only important that your child should know the standards, but they should master it. Standards also provide teachers with common language for their lessons. And most importantly, standards ensure better accountability, holding teachers and schools both responsible for your child's learning. So today, we will be basing our lessons on knowing numbers names and count sequence for your child. We can use concepts that include number recognition, counting, sequence of numbers, one to one correspondence, ordinal and cardinal numbers. So, the scope of this activity that we're going to do today is to compare numbers in a fun way. Through this activity, one on one number correspondence, visual representation of numbers with quantity, could be any counters or objects, logical thinking about numbers, and what do numbers represent will be focused on. So, most importantly, even before you do this activity, make sure that you are building fluency of numbers counting all the time. You can start in the beginning from 1 to 5 if the child is really young, then go up to 10, and incrementally up to 20, 30, and so on. Once they have mastered that, you can count forward and backward, count in twos and threes and tens. So, now that we have emphasized how important oral counting is with your child, we are going to be doing many activities that will be based on this number concept. Once your child has developed automaticity with counting forward, it's very important that they should know the visual representation of numbers with oral counting too. Like if they know number one, they should know what number one stands for. Numbers should be shown in written form as well as in quantity, showing understanding or cardinality. That means that when a child is counting a group of objects like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 is the number that is in the set. Like 6 is the last number that they count, and this is as many objects are in a set or in a group. Cardinality is also important because it allows numbers to be used to describe and compare sets. So, there are many ways to play this game. I'm going to show you a version of two players aiming for the biggest number with M&Ms that they can get. That will be shown in a video. What you need for this game is a poster board with 10 or 20 boxes with numbers up to 10. And you can take any number of counters. You can use any counters if you want to make it really sweet. You can use jelly beans, M&M, Skittle, candy corn, etc. Follow the I do, we do, and you do strategy. That means first you model it by yourself, then you do it with your child, and then the child does it by her or himself. So take one counter and place it on the chart. Do it in order first. Then do it together and encourage and help the child do it by him or herself. If you want to make it really advanced, which we are going to show you in the video that is coming up, take a bunch of candy from a bowl, count them, make an estimate how many you have picked up, and place them on the correct number box. You can do it one by one, or you can do it as a whole group. If your child gets it all correct, they can eat their candy. Poster board and some counters. To make the things very sweet, we are using M&Ms. What do you think we should call this game, kids?
So what we'll do, we'll scoop up some M&Ms. We'll make an estimate of how many M&Ms are there, and then we're going to put them on the chart. Who wants to go first? I will. Okay. Wow, that's a whole lot of M&Ms. Can you estimate? That means make a guess of how many M&Ms are in this spoon. I think it is 8. I estimate 8 M&Ms. All right. Would you mind putting them on the board? Let's see how right you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, your estimation was 100% correct. It is, there are 8 M&Ms on the board. So, parents, you saw that how an estimation was made and it was very close to the number. In fact, it was the accurate number. And there's one-on-one number to the thing or the object correspondence here. All right, can you group them up in 8 and put all of them on 8? 7, 6. That's counting backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now, would you mind taking your turn? You can scoop up some M&Ms and show us how many they could be. That's a big number. Can you make an estimate? How many M&Ms are in there? Don't count when you're making an estimate. Just throw a number. 7, 8. 7? Yeah. All right. Let's try to put them one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, you were so close to your estimate and you had 8 exactly like your sister. This is excellent. Now, parents, you saw that children were making one-on-one correspondence with the objects and the numbers. Sometimes they do a mistake of counting too fast. This is why it's so important for them to hold the object in their hand and count it slowly so they get the right number. So, one more question. Who do you think had the most? Hmm. Well, 8, I got 8, and so did my little brother. He also got 8. So you think you had? So we had the same number. You had the same number. So 8 equals 8 is the same number, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So parents, you can see there are many variations that you can add as your children are getting more proficient. You can add the number that was played by first child and then add the number that was played by the second child or by you, and you can make an addition problem through that. You can also subtract the numbers, and as they get more proficient, you can even multiply. You can even do sorting. You can say how many orange M&Ms are there, how many blues are there, how many yellows, and how many browns. This will give them a concept of knowing sorting by color and then also knowing which group is bigger than the other group that is smaller. Hope you can do it with your child and have lots of fun.
So, parents today, I think our takeaway will be that children knows what cardinality of number is. That is the last number called is the number of the object that is given or represented in a group. Different numbers shows different quantities. Some are smaller and some are bigger numbers. We can estimate by looking at amount of quantities of objects and see how close or how far our guess or estimate is from the actual number. So good luck. Remember, you can do it. Thank you for watching.